Hello, everybody, and welcome to another community
First of all, Mayor,
conversation
thank you very much for giving me the
on
opportunity
Facebook Live.
Just one portion of the
We serve the many folks
we're
that
found
develop
public service.
That I've met has that passion.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Community Conversations. I'm Mayor Eric Papenfuss. It's Friday at noon, and we are live here on Facebook with you. And today's topic is the return of Saturday nights in the city outdoor dining in the heart of downtown Harrisburg. We're so excited to welcome folks back, and it's going to be a great event. And it's beginning this weekend, and we'll continue into the future here. So we're going to talk about that. We've got some restaurateurs with us. We've got the Downtown Improvement District with us. And we would welcome your questions about the event or the culinary scene in Harrisburg. And that'll come up in just a minute. I do want to begin, though, as always, with a series of announcements. And we should begin with the continuing vaccine rollout, which is going well in Harrisburg. I've attended another couple of clinics. I know there's more planned for this weekend. The operational report from over at HAC is that it is running smoothly, and there is vaccine availability for all those in Harrisburg and Dauphin County that wish to be vaccinated. And I can't stress enough how important it is at this critical juncture with the vaccine available that people take advantage of it and get vaccinated. It's the only way we're going to get collectively over the hump, get to the herd immunity, and be able to move forward as we all want to post-COVID. Please get vaccinated. Again, according to UPMC, the availability is there, and it's really easy to do at HAC and in other places. In fact, at HAC, as you may have learned from our previous shows, you don't even have to leave your car. You can go through the drive-thru, be in and out, and get it done. The BioBot data, if you want to bring that up, shows that we continue to be in a pretty good position as a city. Our rate ticked up just a tiny bit from 2 weeks ago, but it's still below the 7-day rolling average of new cases. It's right where we would want it to be, very low, similar to where we were last summer, and well down from the highs of the winter. That said, if you look at page 2 of the graphs, you see that we're still higher than the median national sample, and it's the virus is still there. We're still experiencing an estimated 100 new cases a day, which is an incident rate which is still worrisome and still high, and is only going to go down again if we continue to push through and get the rest of the folks vaccinated. I know there's a lot of misinformation out there about the vaccine because I've been having conversations with people on a daily basis. I want folks to know it is safe, it is effective, and it is much better than getting COVID. So since the virus is still there, and since we all need to work together to move beyond, which is really what Saturday nights in the city is symbolizing here, the post-COVID return to business, please get vaccinated. And that's all I'll say about that today. This past week, something extraordinary happened financially for the city of Harrisburg. We reached agreement with the Intergovernmental Cooperation Authority. Both Harrisburg City Council and the ICA voted to adopt a new agreement, which was the final step for the city to complete before leaving Act 47. So now it's just a matter of petitioning the court and having the court direct the orderly exit, which will be happening here this summer. And the ICA agreement was also necessary to allow the city to borrow again. We don't have a credit rating at the moment, but we're going to be getting one. The finances are sound and in a very good place for the city. And the agreement allows us to go and now refinance the debt that we have remaining for the city, which is much less, of course, than it was even last year, or certainly for the past several years. That legislation about the refinancing, and in fact about hiring an underwriter who can help us with the major restructuring of our debt, including the stadium debt, that conversation is going to be happening at City Council's work session, which is scheduled for this Tuesday, May 4th at 5:30. So if you're interested in learning more about the city's post-COVID financial recovery, which is moving very quickly, then tune in, and you can learn about the underwriters. You can learn about the amazing agreement settlement that we've reached with our bond insurer, which is going to basically pay us $1.38 for every dollar we spend up to a certain amount to reduce our debt. And this is the final piece in the puzzle before we can, as I say, exit Act 47 and have a truly sustainable financial future for the city. And then finally, brief election news. It is true that Dauphin County this past Monday put out the ballot drop box in downtown Harrisburg, and it's my understanding that folks who requested mail-in ballots have already had those mailed out here in Dauphin County, so people are already starting to vote. The election is May 18th. You can, of course, vote in person. But the ballot drop box is out, and that is right outside the Dauphin County Administration Building at 2 South 2nd Street. It should be noted that the elections office has moved to a new location, but the ballot drop box is still downtown, so it's easy for Harrisburg residents. There it is, to start voting for the May 18th primary, and I certainly encourage everyone to vote. All right, on to Saturday nights in the city, and we're going to begin with the Harrisburg Downtown Improvement District, and we are fortunate to have Todd Vanderwoody, the executive director, with us. And this initiative has always been a partnership between the city and the Downtown Improvement District. So, Todd, let's just start with why do you feel Saturday nights in the city is important to be continuing this year as we try and push past COVID?
Well, Mayor, thank you very much. It's, good afternoon to everyone. As we turn the calendar here to May, tomorrow, it was so successful last year, again, in partnership with the city. We closed down downtown streets. We have restaurants that put tables and chairs and out in the street, and it really increases the capacity for the downtown restaurants and really kind of gives it a unique feel. After the success we had last year, each and every week, as you recall, Mayor, we started in June, and then we extended it in July and August, and then again through September because it was so successful. So we're really looking forward to kind of kicking things off, and as the warmer weather comes, and really invite people to come back downtown to Harrisburg and enjoy the many fine restaurants that we have here.
It's almost a European-like feel with all the outdoor seating. The weather should be wonderful, and it's got the bustling feel of a marketplace, which is interestingly, sort of how 2nd Street was historically back in the 19th century. It's going to be great, and we're going to have people coming from all over. And if you didn't experience it last year, please come, and it gives you a whole new perspective on the city to be out and enjoying dining al fresco. So, Todd, we've got some restaurateurs on that we're going to be talking to in a minute, but give me a brief sketch and overview of some of the folks that are participating.
Well, the people you're going to be talking to just a little bit, of course, we have Taco Solo, Ad Lib, and Bollywood. Some of the others participating, we have Cafe Fresco, we have Stocks and Second, Carly's, McGrath's. As we go down the street here, we have Bourbon Street Saloon. We also have Taste of Key West. We have Zemby's. We have Federal Tap House. So as we go down through the list here, it's just amazing. There's really something for everyone. And, it gets to the point where it's tough to decide where you want to go and enjoy a great meal here in downtown Harrisburg. And again, it's going to run all summer long. So we encourage people to come down and try out different restaurants and really explore the scene downtown here. And, one thing going through different seasons now, we're in springtime and summertime, it really gives the restaurants and their chefs an opportunity to kind of have some unique dishes, some specialty dishes that they can try out. And, again, we encourage, everybody to come on down and have a great time.
That's great. Now, I don't think you need a reservation, but I'm sure we encourage that for some of the restaurants. And why don't you let folks know about the layout? Tell us about the street closures, and if they're coming from out of town, where do you recommend they park? That sort of thing.
Well, for the street closures, the streets will start being closed at 3:30 and be closed until right around 11 o'clock. North Second Street from Market to Pine, up on State Street there, Church to North Second, westbound only. Up on North Street, Susquehanna to Third, and that's for Monjaquie and Rubicon. And then Conoy Street down in Shipoke will be closed for Los Tres Cubanos. The dining itself takes place between 5 and 10, so it gives the restaurants an opportunity to set things up as streets close at 3:30, and then again take things down about 10 o'clock when the dining ends. Parking downtown here is street parking is free after 5. So we encourage people to come on downtown here, and you can park on various streets down here, and through Chestnut and Third Street. So there is quite a bit of parking down here. So yeah, it's great. It's a great time. Again, a lot of people do come down and enjoy it and walk around, take a walk along the river either before or after they eat. And we're looking for some great times here.
Great. Well, again, parking is free after 5. You don't have to feed the meters, so that's courtesy of the Downtown Improvement District and the city as well. We appreciate that partnership. There's also, if you want to come before 5, although the dining starts at 5, but you want to come down a little before 5, you can use the coupon code LOVEHBG, which will give you free parking on Saturdays. So that's you can come as early as you want and you can stay as late as you want, and you shouldn't have to pay for any street parking. If you want to, garage parking is available too, where you could park on City Island and walk over. There's lots of great options depending on the weather. And as you mentioned, there's sort of 4 pockets of this. There's one in Shipoke, there's one up on North Street, and then we have 2nd Street and State Street. So 3rd Street is traversable to get you sort of back and forth, and you can pick and choose where you'd like to go. And it's so exciting how many different types of culinary opportunities we have. And I'm wondering, I see something here about, do you think maybe there's going to be some thematic elements to future Saturdays in the city? Talk about what you're thinking maybe for the future. We talked about how this is going to be going on for a while, certainly for the summer. How can we maybe create some weekly themes?
Well, I think as we go along throughout the summer here, we started to see it a little bit last year where some of the restaurants got together, had different bands, did their own different themes. And that's what we kind of are encouraging this year also as we kind of get into it. And whether that's a beach day, whether that's something around the holidays as we get into Memorial Day and the 4th of July, kicking off summer themes. And again, I think what we can do is either through music or through really using the chefs and their creativity to come up with different themes for those that do attend downtown here.
Great. Now, again, this is happening primarily right now in the downtown. It's sponsored by the Downtown Improvement District, and they have worked to sort of bring the restaurants together, support the parking and the logistics in the city, and we're appreciative of that. If you are a restaurant somewhere else in the city of Harrisburg and you'd like to try the alfresco concept, and you're interested in maybe working with surrounding businesses to try and create another area in the city which we can add to this program, reach out to us in the mayor's office, and we're happy to try and work with you. But this is great. We've got certainly a score plus of restaurants participating here, and really there's food for everyone and every particular want. So let's get straight to the food. I know I'm starting to get hungry. It is lunchtime, and I bet if you're watching this now, you may be thinking to yourself, well, why wait till Saturday? Let's go get some lunch. And let's start with our friends at Taco Solo. And we have Marcel Childs, who is the co-owner of Taco Solo. Marcel, welcome. And all right, we promised food. let's talk about the offerings at Taco Solo. If people come by, tell us about the menu.
Hello, Mary. Thank you for having Taco Solo. Taco Solo, we specialize in authentic Mexican food, fresh ingredients from tacos to quesadillas to burritos to salads. So I think we have a lot of things on our menu for anyone, whether they're vegetarian or love to eat meat. But yeah, I think we have a lot of good things at Taco Solo.
No, that's great to know. Great to know you have a vegetarian offering, and we've got some pictures. And boy, those there, I'm mouth watering already. All right, what is your best-selling taco?
Currently, our best-selling taco are our queso tacos, which they're pretty much a fried corn tortilla with cheese in the middle, onion, cilantro, your choice of meat, and it comes with a side of consomme for people to dip in. And ever since we added it to our menu, we can't stop selling them. They're our number one seller. And of course, we also have our more authentic cuisines like the carne asada tacos. We have shrimp tacos. We have daily specials. Like on Monday, we have a fried burrito special. But currently, it's our queso tacos. People they run there in droves to come enjoy those tacos.
Okay, that sounds great. So, Marcel, how has Taco Solo been able to sort of manage through the pandemic? Talk a little bit about how it's affected your business, and are you starting to see people return to dining out? And are you optimistic that Saturday nights in the city is gonna help lead to a resurgence and people coming down and really supporting Restaurant Row?
Yeah, so like most small businesses and restaurants, we were hit hard by COVID, and truly we were able to survive by just adapting and using a lot of the delivery apps like DoorDash, Uber Eats. That took an uptrend. But we're excited for the Saturday nights in the streets. I think along with that and the break in the weather, we've been seeing a lot of flow coming in and out of Second Street. Not only my restaurant, but other restaurants as well. So I think with this, it's gonna be beneficial to all the restaurants, and along with more people getting vaccinated, I think people being more comfortable with being around other people, and the Saturday night in the streets allows people to be outside, so they don't have to be closed in the restaurant as well.
Yeah. I know a lot of restaurants made the transition to, takeout with Uber Eats and DoorDash and others, as you mentioned. How difficult was that to go from, sort of in-person, customer-based, instant feedback type environment to this sort of constant barrage of takeout orders?
It's been a little difficult because usually we were dealing with people who knew our food, or if they wanted to get to know our food in person, we'd be able to personally tell you, what's like you asked, what's the most popular thing, to order, or what comes in this, and people enjoy that, being personable. And with the apps, it's more of like you want to try, but you don't really have someone there to tell you, what's like the most popular thing to eat, or it was just I don't know. I feel like when people come into our shop and then they meet me and they talk to me and I could go through the menu with them, or they see it cooking and they say, "Oh, what's that? I want to try that. I usually get this." You can't really do that through the apps, but the apps were, they were pretty much our savior through the COVID, and now we we pretty much have the apps and people coming, so it was beneficial, I believe.
Oh, sure. No, I understand. But as a chef and somebody who's preparing food, it's probably great to get people back and to have that interaction and that feedback and that sort of two-way street that you can get. I know that's why a lot of people go into business in the first place. So tell us a little bit more about the menu. You told us you've got vegetarian options. That's good. We heard about the best-selling taco. What else do you recommend that you all do that maybe is surprising?
Uh, I recommend. I love the shrimp tacos. I love anything with shrimp in it. So we have shrimp tacos. We have shrimp burritos, shrimp quesadilla. We have a bean and rice bowl that you can add shrimp onto. Um, I just feel and believe when you come to Taco Solo and you taste the freshness um, of all of our ingredients, I think you're gonna fall in love with a number of different things. So even if you're someone who isn't a vegetarian and you taste our veggie taco and you say, "Wow, this was actually enjoyable without meat," it's just another alternative that you can enjoy here at Taco Solo.
That's great. Are you going to do anything special for Saturday nights in the city? Are you going to try any new creations?
I don't know if we have any new creations in work at the moment. We're definitely going to participate, put our tables, chairs, and umbrellas outside and welcome people in. We do have some decorations that we're getting ready to do for Cinco de Mayo. We kind of don't want to spoil that, this weekend, with Cinco de Mayo coming up next week, but we're just gonna be happy to see people walking the streets and enjoying themselves once again. I do remember the time where Second Street it just looked like a desert with no one there. It was just delivery pickup. So it's gonna be nice to see people enjoying themselves again on Saturdays.
Yeah, can't wait. So I think we featured your website. Let people know what your hours are. We know about Saturday nights in the city, but if they want to come regularly, I'm assuming they don't need a reservation, but just give us a little bit of a general overview if people are thinking about coming to visit you. When can they visit?
So currently our hours Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Fridays we're going to be open to 12, and Saturdays we're going to be open at noon to 12 a.m. as well.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Marcel. I wish you the very best. Thanks for joining us. Looking forward to stopping by one of these Saturday nights, and also a happy Cinco de Mayo. That's right. That'll be coming up next week. Should be a busy day.
Thanks for having us.
Okay. Next, we're going to go to Dinesh Perot, who is the owner of Bollywood. Now, I have to confess right off the bat that that Bollywood is my go-to takeout spot for post Harrisburg City Council meetings. And let me tell you, after a 4-hour legislative session, you build up an appetite, and nothing fills that appetite better than Bollywood. A little bit of fresh naan, buttery naan, and a variety of dishes. So, Dinesh, you know how much I'm a fan of Bollywood. Now, if people
more than I do.
yeah, that's right. Now, if people are watching, tell us though a little bit about Bollywood. Tell us about your menu. Maybe what's the best-selling thing that you all offer.
Well, let me first of all start by thanking you guys for what you've done to keep us in business last year and this year, what you're about to do for the Saturdays in City. So thank you very much for that. Now about the restaurant, I mean, we've been here since 2016. It's now more over 5 years now. Been doing well. And after getting so much love from the city here, we opened another location in Hershey as well, which is right on the Hershey Park Road. If you ever go that way, please stop by over there too. So it's been great here. Our food is, people who don't know what Bollywood is, it's basically Hollywood of the India. It's a movie industry of India, and we based our restaurant theme on the movies of the Bollywood. So our restaurant is a Indian restaurant, authentic Indian. We serve North Indian food, specialize in curries and kebabs. Number two go food that is the most famous, I'm sure you've heard of it, chicken tikka masala, which is a curry. It's made of onion sauce and I see our website there, and um, chicken meat. That would be our number one dish.
Well, I can attest to the fact that the chicken tikka masala is amazing. One of the nice things about your restaurant is you've got a massive number of really fantastic vegetarian options, including a lot of paneer dishes. Do you want to talk a little bit about some of the vegetarian options that you have?
That is correct. A lot of people don't know that Indian food has a lot more option and choices when it comes to vegetarian items as well as vegan items and also gluten-free items. So if we were to look at our menu, probably I would say more than half would be vegetarian options. And if people are say gluten-free, we definitely have more over 20% that we could serve. So we do have a lot of option in that way.
Yeah, I love the sag. I love your lentil dishes. Walk through a few of the dishes on the menu because they're wonderful. I have a vegetarian in my house, my daughter, and we're always able to try something new. And that's one of the great things that has us going back again and again to Bollywood.
We're right. We have the whole section of the vegetarian entrees, which is basically just vegetarian. That's like say aloo gobi, which is a potato, cauliflower, then chana masala, chickpeas. We do have the one that we like, bhindi do pyaja, which is the okra, and they all can be made with the mild, medium spice level. That's another thing. People have this misconception that Indian food is spicy, but let me put it out there today that it's not actually. There is only a couple dishes that are naturally spicy. Other than that, you can ask us to make it mild, medium, and we can make it as mild as you want.
Yeah, I can attest to that as well. You can get all the dishes and to whatever spice level you're comfortable with. Some people enjoy the spice, and others want to savor it in a mild way. What are the key spices for Indian cooking? I think we saw some of the spices there in one of the image on the website. But what are the most common flavors used in these dishes?
A ton of them, but the most basic ones are the say the turmeric we put in. As you can see in this picture, there is turmeric, basil. What else is there? Paprika, curry powder, the cinnamon sticks, anise star, cloves, cardamom, black cardamom. There are a lot of things that go in making one curry.
Sure, ginger. It is. I mean, it's just a wonderful mix of spices and a very just satisfying palate. So let's talk a little bit about Bollywood and how you've managed to make it through the pandemic. Like as with Taco Solo, I'm sure it was quite a switch to go from really in-house dining to this new world of DoorDash and Uber Eats. And how has that affected your ability to sort of run your operation?
Well, when the sky came crashing down last March of 2020, we were also a bit scared of it, and we closed down the restaurant for a month and a half in the end of March and the whole month of April. But then came to realize that if we keep it closed, then we're definitely going to lose the business, and we can't afford to do that. So we started opening it back up in the month of May only for the takeout, and definitely our business went down from to about 60 to 70% back then. From having say 70% dining customer to now being only the 100%, all of it being the takeout business was quite challenging. Although we managed to survive, and then definitely these Saturdays in the city helped us a lot. That kind of brought some of our dine-ins back and gave us the ability to serve the people outside our restaurant in the safe environment with the mask on and having the bar and the whole street being the way it was. It was good.
Yeah.
We survived.
Yeah. And are you starting to see people returning to feeling comfortable with dining out? I know I see it when I stop by and I see people inside dining in your restaurant.
Well, it's going to take a while to be where it was back in 19. But definitely we do see the uptrend of what's in last couple of weeks. We used to have a few table to now there's always another extra one or two table, and that it's looking good. So long customer believes that we are taking care of our hygienic needs, basically taking care of tables and putting mask on, sanitizer. If we take care of all that to make sure to make people comfortable with that, then customers are okay to come inside and sit down and have food with us.
And one of the things I used to enjoy the most was your wonderful buffet, and I'm sure that has also been something which is hard, has been hard to do with COVID, but something which you'll return to. Can you talk a little bit about your hours of operation and when people can order from you?
So hours are, we have lunch and dinner hours. Lunch is from Monday through Friday would be 11:30, 2:30. Saturday and Sunday is 12 to 3. Dinner hours are from Monday through Thursday, 5 to 9:30. Friday and Saturday would be 5 to 10 o'clock. But on Friday and Saturday, we do keep our restaurant open for the bar till 12. But coming into this Saturdays in the city, we'll stay open till 2.
Wow. Okay. That's great.
Yeah, we used to do that a lot. When we had back in 19, I would say, when all the offices were open, we used to have about 50 to 60 buffet luncheons every day. And ever since that closed, we had to close that too, because just a lot of waste of food. And
Sure. Well, that's how we'll know we're fully back, is when the buffet comes back, because that's a whole wonderful way to experience the menu and to sample new things. Switching gears to a very serious subject here, the news out of India, especially over the past weeks, has just been devastating with the effect of COVID. I know the Biden administration is trying to help. There's a lot of resources and vaccine doses which are on their way. The international community is shocked and really moved in an effort to try and help India. I don't know if you have any message for people watching, or ways in which you think people can help, or maybe even some stories about how it has affected your team and your staff and their extended families.
well, our staff has few families back in India, and so do I actually. My cousins, my uncles, they still live in India, and it has been very bad. And it came out of nowhere. Nobody expected that it could go as high as it is now. But unfortunately, that's what it is. And now that most of the India is under lockdown, everybody's home and trying to limit the contact, and hoping that it doesn't spread any further. But I mean, I, I only pray that it goes away soon and comes down soon, hopefully. Now, in regards to helping India, there are a lot of links I see on Facebook nowadays to donate whatever you can. That will certainly help Indian government providing the necessary items to fight with the coronavirus. I only urge people to pray for India.
Yes. Well, you're certainly in our prayers, and I thank you for sharing your story with us. And I think again, one of the amazing things about Saturday nights in the city, and really the Harrisburg culinary scene is the variety of cuisine. Really, the highest quality and truly some of the best Indian food I've had anywhere in the world. At Bollywood, right here in Harrisburg. Thank you, Dinesh, for joining us. We're going to go next to our friends over at the Hilton Harrisburg, and we've got Matthew Kiddo here, who is the director of sales and marketing for the Adlib Craft Kitchen and Bar and the 1700 Degrees Steakhouse. And Matthew, let's start with you. What's going on over at the Hilton? And I see this giant tent which has emerged out in front. Is that something you're going to be able to take advantage of here for Saturday nights in the city?
Good afternoon. Yeah, thanks for having us today. Glad to be here. Glad to be participating in Saturday Night in the City again this year. It's tough to miss that tent. So yes, good eye there, Mayor. We will be using that for our outdoor patio alfresco dining. So yeah, again, we're excited. Both Adlib and 1700 just rolled out new menus yesterday, so you'll get to enjoy those both indoors and outdoors this spring and summer.
Yeah, well, hard to miss, as you say, but right outside my office window there, it's City Hall. So I saw it going up and can't wait to see people underneath it. So tell us about the offerings. Obviously, you've got a steakhouse, and but what do people expect? Maybe they haven't visited or they haven't been there for a while. You say you've got a new menu. Tell us about it.
Sure. Yeah. So every season our chefs come up with a new menu. So again, yesterday was the first night that we unveiled it, and Ad Lib is kind of a small plate shared dining experience. So people come in, order 5-6 items that they all will think that they'll like or at least want to taste, and that was tough to do during COVID because first of all you couldn't dine out, but second of all the sharing of plates, et cetera, was a little bit frowned upon. So as everybody else mentioned, it's nice to see the outdoor dining. It's nice to see the vaccines. So we're hopeful that, that style of dining is going to come back and people will be able to enjoy Ad Lib as it was designed to be enjoyed. Some of the new items on Ad Lib, just looking here, because it just came out last night. Some Wagyu sticky ribs, some lamb shepherd pie, our Ad Lib burger, kind of some of the favorites, fried Brussels sprouts. So we're really trying to take traditional items and put a creative spin on them. And that's the kind of the vibe of Ad Lib. And then 1700 Degrees Steakhouse, so a little more of our higher end, finer dining. But again, locally sourced, prime steaks, sustainable seafood, award-winning wine. So you can enjoy all those items, again, from the comfort of the front patio.
Yeah, it's quite it appears to be quite a wine list. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the restaurant opened, it'll be 6 years this year. So a new design, original concept restaurant. So if you come inside the restaurant, there's 3 different wine walls that have wines from all over the country and the world. We have a lot of food and beverage background in our management staff and our food and beverage staff, obviously. So there are a lot of wine lovers, and they take pride in that list. It's won some Wine Spectator awards, both the hotel and the restaurant. So very proud of that wine list.
Yeah, it's great. And so you mentioned the concept of the shared plates, and I guess it's just occurring to me, right? Not only did COVID affect the very act of going out to eat, but particularly hit hard the concept of of sharing. And it's going to be great to see that return in person. And one of the things I like about that sort of tapas-like concept is that you can try a whole variety of different types of things, and there's really something for everyone, and you can partake in a sort of joint experience. How about tell us what your favorite shared plates are that you offer? What would you like to eat if you were doing, or what would you recommend for people to order?
Sure. So the house wings, everybody has their favorite wing spot, but maybe I'm a little biased because I work here, but can't go wrong with the house wings. Oysters are already a popular one, something to kind of share, and it's refreshing, especially for this time of year. We have a Cuban grilled cheese. So again, kind of that original take on an old favorite, which is a good one. So again, you don't have to share when you come to Ad Lib, but it's nice to share, they say, but you can also get your own entree if that's your preference.
Yeah. And it's a really nice tent. So I guess you all will not be so much in the street as you will be sort of back in that plaza area there in front of the Hilton with trees and a lovely tent. Are you planning other things? Is there music? Do you have themes? How are you planning to sort of maximize the Saturday night experience as we move forward into the summer?
Yeah, last year was a great vibe. It was awesome to see people come out downtown, support all the downtown restaurants. The patio is going to allow us to kind of maximize our capacity. We're on weekends, sometimes we're almost at that max indoors. So it's going to be great. People that may not be comfortable dining indoors, or people that can't get a reservation because we're full, will now have that additional occupancy outdoors. We'll have some different events throughout the spring and summer, not necessarily on Saturday nights, some weekdays that we're going to really use the tent for as well. But it'll be nice. It's a kind of a clear, transparent top tent. So hopefully there's some nice evenings that you can, look up through and see the sunset or the sky, the clouds, whatever, you're interested in. But yeah, just again, excited to be a part of it.
Yeah, that's great. And we've made some city along with PennDOT. We've made some improvements to the whole Market Square area there. New crosswalks, new safety measures. It really looks good. People should come and check that out. Now, do you recommend if folks are coming to you on Saturday that they make a reservation in advance? And if so, how should they do that?
Yeah, absolutely. I would suggest reservations just to ensure that you can get in if those are the two restaurants you're interested in. You can visit either of our websites. So I believe you had the AdLib website up there. It's adlibrestaurants.com. There's a reservations tab at the top. And then our other website is 1700restaurant.com. And again, it's a similar layout of AdLib. So reservations tab right at the top. You can also call the hotel and make the reservation also, or go on OpenTable.
Right. And I guess just as a final question then, as I've asked the others, are you starting to see people come back, leaving Saturday nights aside, and feel more comfortable dining out and, for that matter, staying in hotels?
Yeah, so our meeting business is still lagging a little bit, but we have seen some leisure travel. So people traveling for, on weekends, whether they're going to Hershey Park, Springtime in the Park, or just a night out in Harrisburg. So yes, people are starting to come back. It's up and down right now, but starting to see a little more consistency, which is great. And we're confident that the Saturday Night in the City offering is going to continue that trend.
Yeah. Something I think to really look forward to, and we'll definitely see things continue to pick up as we move into the summer. I think if you're like my family, you didn't get a vacation last year. There was no traveling, and people are really itching for the opportunity to travel, maybe locally, not internationally, but experience Pennsylvania. This is they're incredible things to do throughout our amazing Commonwealth, and Harrisburg, I think, has to be a destination on everybody's list. So thanks. And, Momin, this is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of what people can experience Saturday nights in the city. We've had 3 really distinctly different menus here, but boy, once you add in all the other offerings, it's an incredible, just amazing sea of culinary delights in Harrisburg. We're lucky to have it, and we're lucky to have entrepreneurs like yourselves. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for telling us about your restaurants and for persevering and for working with us. And let's hope that we come back really stronger than ever. I believe as a city, we're going to see a real post-COVID bump. We're going to see interest in, the real estate market is going up. We're seeing all sorts of development projects. The Commonwealth is going to come back to work. We're going to see things pick up, and I believe we'll be stronger than ever. We'll be better than we were in 19 before you know it. So thanks for persevering and working hard and creating great options for our residents and our visitors. Well, I'm hungry. I think we're wrapping it up and going to lunch here in a moment. But do we have some questions from anybody watching?
Yes. Well, first, there's a shout out to Marcel from Lupe. There's a message of congratulations, blessings, and greetings. So one of them mentioned that. We have one question that I'll toss to everyone. We'll start with Marcel, and it's about if someone has a sweet tooth.
Okay.
So what desserts do you sell, and what can people find at your restaurant? We'll start with you, Ms. Marcel.
This was a very savory discussion. I'm sorry about that. I was on the main courses. We should discuss the sweets and the desserts.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so for Taco Solo, we do offer Hershey's ice cream. So we have different varieties of ice cream. We also do milkshakes. We have a sweet horchata shake. We also offer churros, glazed with dulce de leche and chocolate Nutella sauce. You could get it with a scoop of ice cream. So I think for our sweets, if you're looking for if you have a sweet tooth, you should come get the churros for sure.
What was that? What was that milkshake again, Marcel? What did you say? What?
So we have milkshakes as well, and we pretty much make a milkshake out of any of the flavors of ice cream we have. So
Okay.
if you're looking for that, we have that as well.
Sounds cool and refreshing.
All right, great. Next, we'll take it to Dinesh. What can we find over at your restaurant?
Say that again, please.
If you can answer the same question, what can people find at your restaurant for dessert?
We have a few items. It's Indian items. There's here the American version would be rice pudding. It's made out of the milk and the rice. There is a gajar pudding, which is a carrot pudding. There is milk dumplings. We have a mango lassi that's quite popular in this area. It is made out of yogurt and mango flavored drink. It's pretty popular too.
Wow, mango lassis and milkshakes. All right, this is fantastic.
All right, next is Matthew. What can we find there?
Yeah, we have a good assortment of desserts, bananas, Foster's creme brulee, New York style cheesecakes, some macarons, chocolate torte. I think our top seller right now is our cast iron Nutella brownie topped with some peanut butter gelato and powdered sugar. That seems to be the winner so far these days.
Is it the classic creme brulee with the?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Bananas Foster creme brulee. Oh yeah, a little chocolate chip biscotti with it. So it's a good one.
All right. And can you make a reservation just for dessert?
Of course.
Of course. All right.
So maybe the last question can be, if Todd, if you can remind our viewers when the hours are for these Saturday nights.
Yes, the hours for Saturday nights, the dining will be from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. And then the street closures will begin at 3:30 and they'll be closed until 11 o'clock p.m.
All right, great.
Okay, Momin. Well, thanks. Hope everybody is as looking forward to this as I am. Again, it's not just a one Saturday affair. We're going to be going on into the summer. There's other activities coming up here, whether it's Cinco de Mayo, whether it's the upcoming Arts Fest for Memorial Day weekend. We've got a lot going on in the city, a lot of reasons to get out and about. The park system's looking beautiful. The weather's only getting better. The river is as gorgeous as always. And Senators baseball coming back soon here. So a lot of activity, and we are really excited to see you back in Harrisburg soon. So with that, I'm Mayor Eric Papenfuss saying thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you soon in the Burg. Come on out for Saturday nights in the city, and we'll see you next week at noon on Fridays, as always, on Facebook Live. Have a great week.